Well, welcome everyone to this latest segment from our live lounge here at Kartmasters, where we are running with the theme Stars of Kartmasters, and we have lots of guests to help cover that off. One of them sat right next to me. I'm your host, Chris McCarthy, sat next to me, privateer racer here for the first time, not a PF, regular driver here, but at Kartmasters for the first time, Ellis Bell. Ellis, thank you very much for joining us.
You're
How have
welcome.
you been enjoying the weekend so far?
I think it's been quite an up and down weekend, but we've pulled through. Practice was good yesterday, on Thursday, and on Friday we had some good heats. Qualifying didn't go as we planned yesterday, but we made it up. And today we haven't had the best of starts. We didn't get out for qualifying due to the kart, but yeah, we're making our way through the heats. So.
And you race here quite a lot at PF International,
Yes.
don't you? Tell us how it's been racing at the club and how that's helped you prepare for British Championships this year.
Well, this is one of the best tracks in the world, in Britain. It's got every corner you could think of. It's got chicanes, it's got hairpins, it's got fast flow corners, it's got tight, slow corners. So, it prepares you for anything you need to come up against. And then when you're racing against people, it just gives you good practice for what you need to do in the British. And just helps you suss things out.
Yeah, it's where everyone comes, isn't it? It's almost like a British Championship round every time you race here at Trent Valley Kart Club. Would you say that?
Yeah, it is very popular, but the track does have a very good reputation. I don't see why it shouldn't, so it is a very good track.
You mentioned their British Championships. You're racing that for the first time this year. Somewhere would have seen Ellis if you're a regular viewer of Paddock Live. You would have seen him on the Paddock Show. You're racing in that for the first time. Tell us how you've been finding it so far.
We compared to British. We didn't have a very good round. We just had problems with the car, and we ended up not having a very good round. But we went to GYG. We were very fast, top 5 pace-wise, and we ended up finishing 7th in the final. Could have got a little bit higher, however, it got wet, so we just set it up for the wet, and it dried very quickly.
And are you looking forward to the remaining rounds of British Championships as well?
Yeah.
I know you've got a home race coming up as well.
Yes.
Looking forward to that?
Yes, I think we'll have some very decent pace for that call. We've had a lot of laps around there, and I think all those laps will pay off.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Let's come back to Kartmasters then. It is your first time doing this event. How have you found getting used to the experience of it? Because it is a completely unique experience, isn't it, away from British Championships and club racing?
Yeah, if there's one event to look out for in Britain, it's this. People from all over the world will come just to do this race. It is a very good experience because you get to race against European drivers you've raced against before, people at the top of their game, and it gives you a very good experience. And I think that this is the best it will get this race.
And you're very much in a European class there in Intermax as well. It's very, very competitive in that class, isn't it? With drivers who have competed all around Europe as well and racing here at Kartmasters.
Yeah, we've got people like Ashcroft who've got a couple of European championships and loads of wins. You've got Cole, who dominated the championship in Honda last year. Albie, who's also very good. And there's just loads of other ones that are very, very fast, and they're all here.
And you raced as a cadet as well. How long have you been racing now overall?
Well, I started in 2019, so that should be 4 years, yeah.
Yeah. And was Kartmasters something you watched on live streams? I know you mentioned before we started the interview that you saw it last year. Was it something that you enjoyed watching and then think, I'd love to go and race in that one day?
Yes, I've watched that Brandon kart race multiple times, over and over again.
So it's created some very inspirational performances, hasn't it? And that's something that I think inspired you in the last performance you put in as well. We'll come to that question, shall we? Which is our question of the day. And it is, what is your favourite Kartmasters memory? Of course, this is your first year. But I think it's fair to say you've already created a memory out there that you'll remember for a long time. Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, going off a bad qualifying, we were starting very, very last on the grid, and we came from very last on the first lap in the pouring rain, and we gained 20 places on track, finishing 13th on track by the end of the race.
Absolutely fantastic. There was definitely a bit of Brandon Carr involved in that, albeit this time you were out there in the wet conditions as well. I know qualifying didn't go so well for you, but I think Brandon proved anything can happen in Kartmasters. What's your goal for this weekend? What was it coming into the weekend?
Top 10 definitely, and depending on if we've got the pace, maybe even top 8.
Perfect.
We just need to see how quick we are.
And the experience of it all, how have you found it? Completely different to anything you've done, I'm sure. Is it being in the paddock? It must be an amazing experience.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are here that I haven't really seen before. Like, there's Irish teams, there's teams from Dubai, there's teams from Italy. I mean, when you come here on a clubby, loads of people come to the clubbies, but you don't see, like, teams from all over the world that come. The only teams from all over the world, they just come to this event. That's how well known it is.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I think that's a really good note to end on. Thank you very much, Ellis Bell. Privateer as well, taking it to the big teams. Best of luck. We're all rooting for you. Thank you very much for joining us up in Live Lounge. That's been Ellis Bell, as he said, came through from the back to 13th. So wherever he's starting on Grand Prix Sunday, he will be one to watch. You can watch all the other interviews in Live Lounge on the YouTube channel and social media, and also the live stream paddock shows will be on the Alpha Live YouTube channel.